everyone, it's finally cold here, so I'm wearing my jersey. Just thought I'd drop in at the start of my video just to tell you that my Cameo brooches printable is available now on Etsy. And this is a video just to show you what I did. I made 3 of them, and I made 1 into a pocket and 2 just as snippets. But you can use them on bookmarks, on belly bands, well, anywhere in your junk journals really. Anyway, let's get started and let's see what I did. See you in a minute. So here are the little Cameo brooches that I showed you in my last Marguerite Miller challenge. And I've now made it a printable in my Etsy shop, and they're just so cute. So today I'm going to go through just a couple that I'm going to make on camera. And then you can also get these in my Etsy shop if you'd like to have them and make ephemera or, you know, anything like that for your junk journals. So the ones I used in that was that, and that, I believe. But yeah, so there's 4 on that page. Then there's another 4 on this page. Now, this one is really cute, and I'm loving these ones. So they're really cute too. Then there's page 3 is another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That one I just kind of added in because it's nice to have sort of a black and white one. This one's really sweet. I've cut that out as well. And then the last 3. So I did this for Charles's coronation. So I'm going to do that as well, but probably on a separate video. And then these 2 here I've also cut out, so they've turned out really nice. All right, so let me put these back in order to start with, so I know what I'm doing, and then I'll bring them to camera, and I'll show you I've made 1 already ahead of time, just so that I can show it to you and it's already done. So that one is here, and I will just insert now the video of what the pieces were like all apart. So here's the one that I've pre-done. I've just used a cutout from Sizzix. I think it's a tree, but it doesn't matter what it is. I've just used it as a background, and then a little bit of lace and a bit of gauze like that, and then this down like this. Show you how I put it together, and now I'm going to take it to the sewing machine and just sew it. But that'll be the one that I do like in advance. So I just sewed them up underneath, and then I've put the little badge on top. But you know that I've been doing the 100-day challenge, and I've been making fabric art pins, so that sort of inspired these. So this on top is just a piece of paper. It's just printable. But it looks so real. And what I did was I got some of this. Just grab this on the side here. It's called Gold Leaf Rub and Buff. I think I got it in Spotlight in Australia, so it should be available. It says a wax metallic finish, and it's just quite runny. Just comes out like that. I might still have it a bit on my fingers, but anyway. So what I did was I went all around the edges, and you can see if I move it around in the light that it gives it a glimmer, just like if it was a real pin. And so, yeah, that will be great to pop into a journal. Now I'm just going to bring it down closer so you can have a look. There. So I just sewed the 3 back pieces, sewed those 3 together only, and then I stuck the badge, as it were, or the pin, on the top. And you can see the gold shining, so it gives it that 3D effect. All right, let's pop that over there, and let's get another couple. So I cut this one out, and I cut this one out. I wanted to have them sort of ready in advance, and then I've cut quite a few out just to see what they would turn out like. I've also got this one, which I did the gold leafing around the edge as well. It's not really a gold leafing, it's just that gold paste, but that came out really well. This has got the gold around it as well. Can you see how they just sort of pop out? It's great. This one's silver, so It's got a little bit of silver around the edge. Now this one's so cute, look at that. And what happened was when I did the gold paste, it kind of got thicker in some places, and that really gives it a 3D effect. But these are so sweet. I absolutely love them. And then, of course, there's these ones, which are like a choker. So I haven't fussy cut enough around these ones to do them. But I sort of had a cluster going sort of like this kind of thing. So that's just an old doily, a paper doily. I turned it over because I'd already dyed it. Just added a bit of lace. And if I do that, then sort of the white behind here sort of goes away. But if you wanted it to be really exact, you'd have to cut out all of those. But I really like the choker look. And I think that would look lovely in a journal on a page. Just love how that's turned out. All right, so let's have a look at a couple of these. So maybe this one, maybe these two. Let's just see what we've got. So I got, for this one first, I grabbed a doily and it's got all the sort of colours on it. So what you could do is make this into a page in your journal. So I have got a journal sitting here. Let's just have a look what it would look like in a journal. Let's just pop the journal down here. And what I'll do is just take you back out because it's too close. There we go. Right, so we've got a journal here. So what you can do is add this as a page, like that. And that looks cute. And then these, you can sit on here. So I've got a bit of yellow lace to go behind this one. And what I would do is take it to the sewing machine and sew that on. Then add this over the top, and really that needs a bit of tulle behind that as well, or a bit of other lace. So I've got this piece of lace here, which is a little bit different. So I don't really want it to cover over the embroidery, because that would kind of defeat the purpose, but you can get the idea. And now with this bigger one too, I did think about backing it with some card or something like that to make it a bit more solid so that it sat out from the page a little bit more. But that would be the kind of thing. So I really like how that looks. Let me just bring you up a little bit. It's just a whole different look. I'm loving them. They're like, you know, the old-fashioned brooches that the ladies used to wear. So let's pop that one out the way. All right, so let's have a go at this one here. It's really lovely, came out really clear. And you can just print them off as PDFs, and that's the actual size, that one there. So the actual sizes I'm working with, I haven't manipulated when I printed them. That's the sizes they are. So with this one, I had a bit of my favourite fabric, so I thought I would grab that. Just bring you down a little closer. There we go. And then I've got a piece of paper that I worked on the other day when I was doing one of my Touches of My Life series. So I thought I would add that in as well. And then I've got another different piece of lace. So you don't want the same piece of lace on everything. So let's add that there. And what I would do is take that to the sewing machine and do all of those. And then we can add this onto here. So what we're getting is a nice little cluster for our journals. And it just adds interest to the page. And because the lace is 3D, the fabric is 3D, then it's making this sort of stick out a bit more. But again, you could back that. So I do have like old playing cards and such here. Like you could use one of those, back it with one of those. That's not quite wide enough, but you get the idea, and then that would sit a little bit harder out from here. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to back the ones that I'm going to do today, but I just want to lay them out and show you what I'm doing. So that's one cluster like that. And then the other one was this little silver one, which I think started life as a ring. I think it's a ring, but yeah. So that's the size, that's the actual size it will print out at. But how pretty is it? So sweet. All right, so then I grabbed some pink, which always looks nice with grey. There's a bit of pink lace and a bit of grey. I think it's binding, bias binding. So I just sort of laid them down like that, and like that, and that over the top, like that. So we can have a couple of clusters that look sort of like that, and we can add them in. So what I'm going to do is back these first to make them a little harder, but you don't want the card too thick. So I reckon a plain card like this would be almost perfect, that kind of thickness, just to give the cameo brooches just a little bit of strength behind them, I guess. And even then, really what you could do is you could actually attach a pin to the back so they were actually like a proper brooch. So, all right, so let me go and back both of those, and then I'll be back. Although I didn't back this one, but this has got the piece of card at the back here, so that didn't need it, and it's turned out so pretty. So pop that over there. So I'm going to back these now I'm going to use the card for that one probably, and then I'll get a piece of cardstock for that one, and I'll be back. There we are. So I've backed both of them, and I put pins on them. See there? So really they become like little brooches. So cute. All right, now while I was off camera doing that and letting them dry, I found this doily. And I'm thinking that this would look heaps better on there. Not sure about yet. Maybe keep the pink in. So I just need to sew them and then clip that on. And you could even make that into a pocket in a journal, you know, down here. So we'll do that and have a look. I think that looks better because there's a little bit of purple in here. So I'm thinking that looks better like that, and that one's just a bit grungy, so that's fine. So what I'll do is I'll take these away now and just sew this together. So it's behind there, you don't see it. And I'm going to sew this together as well. And then I'll be back. Okay, that's both of those done, sewn up. Now just thinking that this one might need a little bit of extra something, so I'm just looking at adding that on there as well. And I'll just take that and sew it on as well. I just think it looks a little bit better with that on there. So I'm just going to go and take that to my sewing machine as well. There we go. That looks better. I like that. Now I'm thinking this one, because it's so big behind here, might need like a couple of buttons just to help it out a little bit. Bring in a little bit of the grey. So I'm going to sew those on as well. There. I really like how that looks with the buttons and bits and pieces on it. And you know, while I was rifling through for the buttons, you know, you could add other little dangly bits like this or this even, you know. Just personalise them and make them look how you want them to look, which they look really cute. Really liking how that's turned out. I'm glad I picked the purple doily for the back. All right. Let's grab my journal and we'll pop them in and see what they look like. So I've just chosen a blank page. So see how effective it looks? Maybe here on the brown paper bag. Look at that. That looks really nice there. I really like that. So that would look good there. Now let's have a look over the page. So we've got a dark page here. Let's have a look. Look at the purple against that dark green. That looks really nice. So that could go there, and that would be ideal for a pocket there. So you would just sew up here, and then you could put in a tag of some kind. Let's see if I can find just a plain tag. There. that would go behind there like that. I'm really liking that as well. And then we've got our original one that I did. Let's see if we can find a spot for that. So, nope. Oh, here, look. See how it's got the gold on the paper? That's just where I've used up a paintbrush. And that's actually the middle of a signature anyway. But we could add that one in there like that. So let me know what you think. Let me know which one's your favourite. At the moment, well, it started off being this is my favourite. I really loved how the gold looks around the edge. So you can also paper clip those in, which will probably be a good idea just for today so that I can see where I said I was going to put them. And that's a gold paper clip, so you could just slot that in behind there like that. And go back to this one. Will have to be sewn in, so I'll have to take the page out to sew it in because these are only in with this kind of binding so that I can get in and out to it. So I'll take that out and sew that in. Maybe I'll go and do that now. There we are, that's all sewn in now. And just see, I just followed sort of the way that the doily went. All right, let's tuck that in. And now I've just got this. That's the same one I had before, but look, I found a purple tassel that matches. So let's stick that in there. See how cute does that look? Looks so sweet. I'm really happy with how that turned out. All right, and then we've got this one that we were going to put on here. So let's just paper clip this in for now so we can see what it looks like. Paper clip will just go under there like that. And then that there can be removed if you want it to because it's on a pin. So that's one. That's two. And that's three. So this started off being my favourite. That one there with the gold on it. And now I think this one may be my favourite with its matching tag. I just love how they look. They give that old worldly kind of look. And then we've got the last one, which is this one. Just sort of Roman inspired, I think. So yeah. Really, really happy with how they turned up. I'm actually going to leave it on this one because I think that's my favourite. You let me know. 1, 2 or 3. I know I went the other way before, but that's what we'll do. Number 1 is the first one that I showed you. This is number 2 and the other one is number 3. You tell me which one you think is your favourite. Anyway, they're available on my Etsy store now. I've made them cheap so that you can just download them and use them and reuse them. And yeah, let me know how you go. Tag me on Insta. All right, thanks very much for joining me and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye for now.